Midway through the first quarter here from Lynchburg in the ASUN quarterfinal, Liberty leads Eastern Kentucky 10-5. Liberty head coach Kerry Green told me that Maya Berkman is maybe the smartest player he's ever coached during his time with the Flames. Berkman graduated in just 3 years with a degree in accounting. She's now getting her master's in accounting, and next year will work towards her MBA. She wants to be a forensic accountant, and she told me that numbers just come so easily to her. In elementary school, Maya remembers taking those 60-second multiplication tests, and she'd get a prize not only for beating her classmates, but beating the teachers as well. So Rhett and Kelly, if any of your wonderful children should need a math tutor coming up soon, I think you know who to go to. Now, Jordan McLeod did not have the best fall camp, but Coach Cignetti has called him a gamer, and Jordan said he's not trying to do too much. He's not playing hero ball, and he's not being greedy. As for Joey Aguilar, head coach Sean Clark says he's California cool. It does not matter if he throws 7 picks or 7 touchdowns. His demeanor never changes. Nothing ever bothers him, and he's really helped calm down everybody on this team. Another active game for Terrence Edwards, the reigning Sun Belt Conference 6th Man of the Year with 14 points. Strangely enough, a guy who only had one college offer exiting his junior year of high school, largely because he was ruled ineligible back in 2018-19 for allegedly not living within his school district, which was false. He quickly became one of Georgia's hottest prospects in the summer of 2019 while playing AAU ball, simply because nobody had seen him play for a full year, and he has developed into quite the player for James Madison. Spoke with head coach Mark Byington prior to today's game, and he said, look, Terrence, he's just not fighting the game right now. Sometimes it's scoring, sometimes it's the assists, the rebounds. Just take what the game gives you, and you'll be a much better player for it. All right, Terrence, first of all, I want to know, with a couple of seconds left to go in the game, when you're putting a heart out to the crowd, they're chanting, what's it feel like in this final home game for this team this season?
Man, it kind of hurts me, you know. This place made me a better man, a better basketball player, and it just means a lot. And I don't want to leave, but they're making me leave. So the future, I guess, got to wait and see what the future holds. And like I always say, this program is perfectly fine. It's not going nowhere. JMU, Harrisonburg, the best college atmosphere I've ever been around, and I love it. I wouldn't trade it for the world.
What's made you stay so long?
Coach Bonton and this place, nice people. Like, the people here brought me in when I first came. Even when I was struggling, people still vouch for me, and that mean a lot. So this place made me who I am. I couldn't just, I had to get this place up and then move on with my life, and that's what I did. I couldn't just leave this place hanging.
Let's talk about your game today. You finished with 19 points, 4 for 6 from beyond the arc. Why'd that basket feel like an ocean today for you?
I was excited. You know, my last home game, I got all my family here.
Well, Coach, these fans have seen a lot of wins. They've never seen an FBS win inside this stadium. What type of statement did James Madison make to the country today?
Our guys were really dialed in and focused, played with great effort, physical, smart until, you know, the lead, the second half did some things we got to clean up. But it's a great program win, great win for University. We're definitely got people's attention, I think.
Todd Centeio with 6 touchdowns today. You didn't announce him as the starting quarterback, but what made you confident that he was QB number 1 in 2022?
He's been through the wars. He's improved every day in our offense.
The national spotlight fixated on James Madison right now, with Duke's basketball ranked, Duke's football ranked, and College Game Day set to go tomorrow. 2 of the guys on the set are kind enough to join us right now. Stanford Steve, Reese Davis. Guys, thanks so much for taking the time. I know you've been here before, so I'll start with Stanford Steve. What's it been like to be on this campus today?
Madness. Absolute madness. I'm only here for the Jonas Brothers concert. Do we have a show tomorrow too?
You do have a show tomorrow. Do you have a favorite song?
Strong Enough, which is the one they're going to play tomorrow. And that was a really good pull by me. But I am a Jonas Brothers fan. They were great on the NFL draft with us. My daughter has tickets to their concert coming up in New York in a couple weeks. So, but she didn't invite me, so I'll have to settle for tomorrow.
Well, you actually get a paycheck tomorrow to watch them, so congrats on that for you. Jordan McLeod is in his 3rd stop at a different college. He started at USF, then Arizona, and now James Madison. And normally you see a guy transferring a couple of times, you think, man, there must have been some bad blood. But that's not the case with Jordan. He said USF gave him a chance to play quarterback in college because he grew up as a corner and a running back, didn't play quarterback until he was a junior in high school. And then in his 2 years at Arizona, Arizona. He only played in 3 games and started 2, but he's so appreciative of Wildcats head coach Jed Fish because he refined his quarterback skills. Jordan no longer felt like he was just winging it, started to grasp some concepts, coverages, progressions, and Jordan says his journey is just a testament to his faith, knowing things would eventually get better, and he believes that time is right now. Nobody has worn the purple and gold jersey longer than Julian Wooden, so he's got a pulse on this program better than anybody. You go back to Saturday's game, James Madison and Akron, and the Dukes only had 28 points at halftime. So Julian stood up in the halftime locker room, and he said, guys, the most important thing in the second half is us winning. He said he spoke up because he sensed some of his teammates weren't making shots they'd usually make, which led them to make mistakes on the defensive end. He said it wasn't one of those games you'd get your average, so we had to put winning first. And sure enough, James Madison totals 45 points in the second half and wins. Head coach Mark Byington said Julian is about all the right things, and guys respect him. He's very laid back, he doesn't feel pressure, and he's true to himself. It's great to have a calming influence on the court and a guy who just does not get rattled. Well, Julian, you've now played in 128 games in college. You've never scored as many points as you did tonight. 31, a career high. What were you feeling out there?
Man, the shot was just feeling good.
It's a Strickland family reunion inside the Atlantic Union Bank Center today between James Madison and LIU. Well, Terrell wasn't born yet during the heyday of Rod's NBA career. He led the NBA in assists in '98 with Washington. If you know anything about Terrell, he's very inquisitive. He wants to know why. He challenges people. And Rod told us that Terrell always had a mouth, and he shared a great story with us this week. Towards the end of Rod's NBA career with Toronto, his playing time fluctuated because he was an aging veteran, and Rod walked into the Raptors family lounge after a game, and there sat a 3 or 4-year-old Terrell Strickland, and he pointed at his father, and he laughed, and he said, "Ha, you didn't play. You sat on the bench today."
It's pretty special.
Before you guys run, your father said, quote, "Terrell has a mouth. So we're on television. You just beat your father. If you'd like to talk smack, the floor is yours."
I told him this was going to happen. I was ready to play him. I was excited to play him.